One never knows. Hello and welcome to another live Raggy's Advent Calendar, LowCostbeer Advent Calendar. Today I'm actually in work mode because I'm putting the outside decorations up. And why is it that you put them away every year and then the next year you can't find nothing and the internet is rubbish? I can see that now. Oh, it's perking up a little bit. That's a pain. Oh, no, it's working again there. Rightio, I'll keep my eye on that. I can't move my phone. Good evening, Thomas, and good evening, Bear and Buildings. So, let's open box number 2. Let's see what's open behind the door number 2. That's if they're in the right order, because I'm not so sure. I think the boxes have fell in. When I tipped it up the other week, I reckon I tipped all the boxes up. So here we go. No idea what this is going to be. Should be interesting. Okay. So, Hiver, the honey ale. I've actually reviewed this before. Good evening, Steve and Bravo. How are you? And it is cold today. I'm in full work mode because work clothes because I'm in the garden. Had this before, got to say, from Sainsbury's. Hiver honey, but you know, that's the thing with Advent calendars. You get what you get. So, get my glass and have a perusal. So, if you've never had Hiver honey, it says on the back, oh God, no, I can read it. Hiver specialises in honey beer and uses only British ingredients and suppliers to produce our craft beers. For this brown ale, we ferment raw blossom and heather honeys to complement and add depth to the darker roasted malts. A light hop bitterness finishes a flavoursome and unpasteurised brown ale. Honey and beer, what's not to love? Gotta be honest, I do like honey porter. So, right, let's have a go. See how it tastes. Hope everyone's well. What a cold afternoon. The ground's wet through under my feet. Could do with putting wellies on, really. But, you know, all good fun. So, here we go. I remember when this came into Sainsbury's. Yeah, not a bad beer, to be fair. So, there we go, Hiver. In this light, looks an amber looking pour. Little white head on there. Certainly honey on the nose on this one. And yeah, looking forward to the weekend. I'm off out boozing all weekend. Good evening, Craig H. How are we? Yeah, I'm on the booze all weekend. I've got a tap room visit. Well, a tap takeover tomorrow to visit. And then a 4th birthday, another brewery on Sunday. So 3:30 rather. Yeah, it's fitted in there rather easily. The ABV on this is 4.5%, which is probably a good thing because good evening, 53 North. Yeah, it's probably a good thing that the ABV is not too strong, to be fair, because I've got to go up a ladder. So one doesn't want to be injuring oneself going up a ladder and falling down and bloody breaking his neck. There's a slight honey aroma on this, ever so slight. And has anybody had this before? Out of curiosity, it was in Sainsbury's. It might have come and gone. You know, these days supermarkets, they don't seem to last very long. I mean, it's usually the craft beers that don't last long, but the trad beers are doing the same now. Good evening, Benjamin. Ooh, it is nice for the weekend. Although I've had a great day today. Although the last hour, Jesus, I had 2 loads of wood chippings dropped off, and I had to get them chucked onto the beds and absolutely going like mad. I bet my boss on the camera's thinking, look at him working like an absolute trooper. And so, you know, but the beds look good, and that's what matters. Good evening, Mr. Beer and Buildings. What was your beer? What was your second beer then? This is the only thing with Advent calendars. You can get some duff calendars. Is it Audi that have got a 24 Advent calendar and all? I don't know if I could do with an Audi Advent calendar. I think I'd be a bit worried. Weekend, back in work tomorrow, 4 times 12 hours. Ouch. Good evening, Tad. How are we doing? Yeah, it's cold. I'm having my first beer of the week. Fair play. First beer of the day for me, and probably the last till later. I need to get the outside decorations up. I need to find all the decorations. We can't put the inside up because we haven't even got a bloody Audi Advent calendar during Christmas. I know. Imagine paying 40. Is it 40 quid? 40 quid for that, and then coming up with twice as nice and some of the duff ones they've got in. Log burner on and the Dutch lager. Fair play. Can't fault it there. I've got the gas fire on below my legs, just thawing out my feet. Neighbour came across and stood there chatting to me, and I'm getting more wet through on my feet than a bottle of Komban Indian lager. Oh, so you got a low cost one as well? Ah, rightio. Tasting past its best. Some do, some don't. 40 quid for, I know, Audi 40 quid. I think I'd rather go for the Brewdog one that's 40 quid. At least you know with Brewdog, twice as nice is probably better than what you're drinking. Oh dear, that's not good. Pub soon, then crack out tomorrow for 3 days of it. Oh, fair play. Where is that? Out of curiosity. I went 5 weeks without alcohol recently. God, flipping heck. I can go 20 hours. 5 weeks. That's done well. Poland. Ah, rightio. Lovely. And anywhere near oh God, the theme park over there. Good evening, Thomas. What's that theme park? Energylandia in Poland. I'd love to go there. Stunning. £2 a pint. Fair play with that. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be going anywhere where it's 6 and 7 quid a pint. This is why when I renew my wedding vows next year, I've already put in that I'm having a Raggy's Beer Festival. Why? Because if I want to drink, I want to drink stuff that's, decent. And 2, I don't want to be paying 10 quid a pint. I'd rather foot the bill myself and post up minor operation. Fair play. So yeah, slight honey on this. Nice to have variation. Starting off with some lower ABVs in this. Next year I'll probably go, well, if the climate next year is better, I'll go for a second beer advent calendar, and I may even get a Brewdog one, simply because Brewdogs are cheap, and a lot of people buy them. And but we'll see how that is. See how it goes. See how the money goes. I've seen that some people have got Hoptimism advent calendars, and they just sound amazing. The first one was a 13% Imperial Stout, and it's like, wow. But you've got to be paying, 100, 150 quid for that minimum. So, yeah, swings and roundabouts. I only paid 50 for mine, or 45, something along them lines. So, you pay for what you get, I suppose. But, yeah, I'd love a big advent calendar. Crashing your wedding party section of beer. Wow. I've already told the staff to let their hair down and just come and join in. I said to them, it's going to be like, it's a wedding, do yeah. But when you're not doing out, come and join in. They can stop the night, because in the conference room they can get loads of beds and yeah, a laugh. Be like a staff outing. And I'm going to brew some grain brew and some big impies. And I want to see how far I can go with an impy. and try and put flavour in as well. I do like the Brewdog. Yeah, some of the Brewdog beers, Steve, are pretty decent, you know, in the grand scheme of things. That's my worry, beer buildings, that a lot of them you've already had from the supermarkets and it's just not interesting enough. When I look at a lot of the advent calendars out there, the cheaper ones, that you know, there's a lot of crap in them and you are taking a risk by buying them. What I don't want is an advent calendar where I've got 2 or 3 of the same beer. You know, day 4 you've got one beer, and then day 8 it's replicated. Prune stout, a prune wine, a can of double punk early in the week, and it was a nice drink for the price. You know, some people slag Brewdog off, and you know, sometimes it's their own fault. But there's a lot of Brewdog beers. I mean, Rattle and Rum is absolutely gorgeous. I was gutted I missed out on the Brewdog one the other day that was only 13 quid. 13 quid for 24 beers. I don't care if I had 8 for 13 quid. I'd have still had it. 8.2%, 3 quid a can. Yeah, you can't fault it, can you? If you're looking at Cloudwater, what are you looking at? 7 or 8 quid for the similar sort of beer. Well, at least in ABV wise. Whether taste wise, there's nothing. Disco, good evening. It's Friday at last. Although, to be fair, it's been a good week. I've had a good week, really. Cold. Yeah, bitterly cold. Not looking forward to the winter. We're not even in winter yet. We don't even have a proper frost. It's just miserable and wet. Although sometimes on the days in the morning where you have a frost, when you've got sun, it warms up more. It's these days like today, it never really warmed up. It was freezing all day, but not frost cold. And so you never really get warm, apart from the last hour where I'm working like an absolute twat, putting chippings on the bed. Someone must have a dodgy exhaust. Sounds like mine. But yeah, 3 quid. You just can't fault it, can you? I can deal with miserable and wet. My job gets crappy when we get icy patches or snow and I've got to go out in my suit and throw grit around. Yeah, it's a bit strange that they get you doing that. Usually have contractors come in and do that sort of stuff. I mean, at my workplace, that would probably be my job if I'm at that site on that particular day. If not, it'll be the handyman's job. That's if anybody's on site, you know. I think last year, to be fair, all winter long, I didn't grit at all last year. So just goes to show you how the winters have changed so much. Little Nan used to have a stout cognac barrel finish for 6. Oh, that does sound nice. That does. I've heard that Broughton's Brewery are bringing out a Christmas beer. Scottish, you know, Broughton's. That should be interesting. Joke, suit jacket off, Ivy's on, and that's it, out of gritting. Yeah, it's surprising they ain't got. They usually, retail will have separate contractors to come in and grit. It's a strange one. Good evening, Mr. Jagman. Good evening. Fuller's Winter Ale, 99 pence. Ooh. Might have to get my daughter to keep an eye out because she's supposed to be going to Own Bargains this weekend for a month. Unless she's already been. Prices of cake stuff for my wife. Own Bargains used to be the cheapest. Now it's Aldi. It's really strange. Winters are mild compared to a lot of the USA. Yeah. Our winters have got a lot milder, thank God. Yeah. So the air's getting to this now. Taste of Honey's coming through. Was a supermarket beer. Don't know if it's still in Sainsbury's anymore. What's the ABV on Fuller's Winter Ale, by the way? I don't think I've ever had Fuller's Winter. And I'm out all chuffing weekend and all, boozing, as you do. I'm out tomorrow from 11 o'clock till God knows whatever time we leave and come home. And then on Sunday, I'm out from about 11 till 5. So about 5.4%. Right, yeah. They have a team of bin men who help with gritting. Then they get us involved in it. Yeah, it's strange, Benjamin, why they don't do that job. It's, if you're an outdoor worker, it's just another job to you. I mean, gritting paths doesn't bother me in the slightest. Doing that. What bothers me is going inside and doing work inside. Then you feel like a bit of a lackey, and it's like, I'm doing your bloody work. Waitrose for more than 99. It won't be the vintage ale, not for 99 pence. No, that's £6 a bottle. Yeah. No chance. It would be nice. Have you noticed that Marston's have really ruined their brand? Witchwood is a shadow of the brewery it used to be. Jennings has now been disbanded, hasn't it? Marston's don't do awning low anymore. Barry, good evening, mate. How are you? Did you enjoy your cruise, by the way? Did I see you on water last night? Yeah, I was out at we're renewing our vows this July. There's going to be a little Raggies Beer Festival up in Nottingham. Wink, wink. There's going to be some stonking beers, by the way, especially if I can get the breweries to cop up a few for me. And yeah, I was driving, so I was on water. Although I did have a pint, nonetheless. Witchwood were decent. They were £5 in booze if there's a store near you. No way near me. Vintage ale from Booths for £4. You didn't enjoy the cruise. See, my wife wants me to go on a cruise, but I'm not so sure. I find that sort of thing a bit la-di-da. You know, there are a lot of people with a lot of money who think they who think that they own the world. You know, rich people are the worst. Not all rich people, mind you. There's a lot of rich people who are very normal, but some of them are so stuck up their own arses. Yes, I had a Lincoln Green Tuck. It went down a treat. Marston's a Firestoker beer. Never even heard of that one. No. God, that's even before my time of doing beers. Well, I've not been doing beers that long, to be fair. Only about 12 years. Good evening, Chris. How are we? I'm on the Honey Hive Ale tonight. Or Hive Honey Ale. Hiver, sorry. And it's, the Honey Ale. 2008. Oh, that's probably just before I started drinking any real ales. Yeah. I've drank one or two since then, mind. You know, as you do. You've got a hobby, haven't you? You know. We've all got our hobby. It keeps you going. Cruise from Scotland to Belfast for a beer one. I tell you what, we need to get back over to Northern Ireland and this is not too bad, this isn't. It's slightly sweet, slat on the honey. Not too bad. Supermarket beer. Easy going, easy drinking. It's for a lot of people, it probably won't be their float their boat. You know, if I was going to give it a score, I'll give it a score in a bit. But it's one of those beers you're either going to like it or you're not going to like it. Vocation, roll with it. Did you notice today that Vocation have brought out a new beer, it was dropping at 5 o'clock, and it was some barrel aged beer with Kirsch blended into it. Bloody hell. Not even that busy of a live stream and spam. God. All good. You can't be a bit of spam on under your toaster, can you? I do like a bit of spam. Although you're pissing me off now. So there you go. Here we go. And goodbye. Somebody's already done it, probably. Yeah, I mean, let's be fair. When you look at a lot of beers are down to personal taste, which is why, obviously, we're all different in that respect. I mean, there's certain beers I absolutely love, and there's certain beers that I absolutely can't be done with. Bit sweet Kirsch, mix it with more roasty brew. Oh, it has come out tonight. God knows what it is, because I've already forgot. I'm just the spammers think we're all alone. I know, little spammers, eh? Bless them. Can't be a bit of spam, yeah. As if anybody's ever going to click the link anyway. We all know not to click silly links, especially these days. I always laugh when you get emails that I never get Viagra emails anymore, funnily enough. Although I get emails with someone called Sarah on. And it happened last year after that Strongbow Dark Fruits review went viral. 33,000 views. And all of a sudden I'm getting these emails to Sarah. And I'm like, my fucking name's not Sarah. And God knows what that was about. And I still get them there. And you think they'd give up by now. I've never opened one. They've only ever been deleted. So, I don't know. It's silly, isn't it? Never alone with a dog and a pint. Hey. Marston's Fire Soaker. Immense flavour of vanilla. Edge of new oak barrel. Semi-sweet tangerine. Dry, lingering oaky flower and bitter aftertaste. Wow. Did you just copy and paste that, or is that from memory? Because if that's from memory, I absolutely bloody salute you. Guinness do a Nigerian porter. Right. They do the Nigerian version of Foreign Extra. And there's a Ghanaian version, so that Adams, Merseybeer said at some stage. But yeah, only available in the London area. See, we're living in the wrong country. Guinness in America make a lot more stuff. Guinness, little copy and paste. I thought to myself, that's an incredible memory. I mean, there's some beers I can remember, but the vast majority, you think to yourself, oh yeah, I like that one, but there's no chance you remember what it bloody tastes of. I mean, my beer of the year last year, I know exactly what that tastes of, and it's coming out again tomorrow, 5 p.m. tomorrow night. I've got to click on the site. Hopefully not be too drunk. Get the wife to put it in a basket, click on and get it bought. And before they sell out, although I'd kick off if they sold out, especially with all the reviews I've done of their beers. You could put one aside, to be nice to me. Yeah. Remember the taste so well, though. Yeah, do you know something? Some beers I do remember the taste of massively, especially the likes of King Goblin, Broadside, Old Tom, although I've struggled with Old Tom ever since that time I drank 7 of them and on a load of chips. Didn't go down well. My belly was killing afterwards and I was sick. And I learned a lesson there. Don't eat too much before you try and drink too much. Home bargains beer called Cherbro. All right, I've never heard of that one. Home bargains, it's seriously hit and miss, isn't it? They're either good or the shit. I mean, that chocolate orange one was absolutely terrible. It was probably one of the worst. What were they putting in that? It was disgusting. It was like twice as nice again, And it's not the fact that it's not my style of beer. It just tasted rancid. Yet there was a lady on the channel. She said it was one of her favourite beers. And it's like, ooh, maybe she got a good bottle. Maybe. And this is the thing with some of these breweries where consistencies, Bush took a try at Lone Bargains. Could you imagine Lone Bargains Advent Calendar? In some ways, for the laugh, I ought to have done the Audi Advent Calendar. Good evening, Darren. Billy Braggy. Yeah, I ought to have done the Audi Advent Calendar for a laugh and just to see how good and also how bad some of the beers are. I noticed they bought a shed load of new beers out. And I was in there the other day. There were 6 new beers that I've never had, and I couldn't even buy them. I thought, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it to myself anymore. I only really want to drink stuff I want to drink. I'm not drinking every bit of crap that comes out. And I've done that over the years on the channel and suffered some really, really ropey beers. When you look and you think, oh, this isn't going to be good. And it certainly ain't good. Good to see Sainsbury's have got their Christmas Porter and the winter ale back in this year. I thought them two were 2 standout beers from last year. Gutted there's no Bar Humbug again. What the hell are Marston's playing at? Why would you not brew one of the biggest selling Christmas beers? I can't understand the financial thoughts behind it. Benjamin, I agree. There's a lot of crap about it, isn't it? Scott's done a home at Bargains, but he was not very happy. Bless him. And he wouldn't have held back either. Yeah. Although I am as well. There's been some really rough ones. It's full of their own craft beers, aka craft beers. Is it a 24 can? The Audi, or is it a 12? If it's a 12, I might, if I've got any pennies, I might get it for the crack. Yeah, there is. And there's a lot of breweries that are jumping into the craft market that are releasing beers they call craft that aren't, very crafty, as it were. So the honey getting stronger on the taste now on this. Certainly different. Audi New Chocolate Orange Stout. Quite nice, very thin. Not sure I've had that one. Yeah. There's so much beer out at the moment. I just lose, just can't keep up with it. I don't think anybody can anyway. I mean, with the supermarkets changing their beers all the time, do you just do supermarket, or do you go to breweries again? Is that a joke? I had the Yorkshire pudding beer. What I did wrong, they didn't rise in the oven, just evaporated. You put that in the oven, it'd blow up. I thought that was all right for what it was. Yeah, didn't get no taste of Yorkshire pudding, and I said that in the review. But it was smooth. It was drinkable. It's a strange one, though, isn't it? It's a gimmick beer more than anything. Yeah, you've got to be careful what you say these days. Don't the police coming around your ass? Double chocolate porter in the fridge. Oh, bless you. Yeah. No decent beer for me tonight. Not until I get these bloody Christmas decorations up. I've got a 22-foot Christmas tree to decorate. I'm not sure they chucked that many Yorkshire puddings in, mate. It said 1 Yorkshire pudding per beer. I mean, Yorkshire puddings, the batter mix also makes pancakes. So in some ways, they could call it a pancake beer for Shrove Tuesday. And be the pancake brewing company, because technically pancakes and Yorkshire puddings is the same, isn't it? Or am I being wrong? A lot of wasted food. Yeah. I mean, it was smooth. It was, it was just like an ale. It was easy drinking, but yeah, it was just an ale. Nothing other than that. All I do, mate, with a 22-foot tree is get the extendable thing I've got and just hook the lights on the top of the tree and let them dangle down. I don't do no pissing about decorating it. That's on the outside, mind. Normal 7-foot tree on the inside. Yeah, that's not posh. Pohala Bananon. Right. That's your beer of the year. We'll have to do a live discussing beers of the year, breweries of the year, and see what everyone likes, because we all like different things. We've all drank different things. We all live in different areas of the country, so we're all going to get different beers. Get Yorkshire pudding and pour some beer in it instead of gravy. Oh, yeah. I could just eat a Yorkshire pudding now. I could just sit down. Yorkshire pudding, loads of sausages in, gravy. Oh, dear. I'm starving as well. I've had a bag of crisps today, and it's 6:30 at night. I've been up since 5:30, working like a twat all day, and one bag of crisps. And I'm starting to feel hungry. And this beer's not helping either. I don't think I can pick a beer of the year. Tried to use Untapped to log decent or shit beers. Nothing that stood out. That's slightly worrying there, Benjamin, that nothing's actually stood out to you. Banana stout, cracker, got one for Crimbo. Fair play there. Big plate of beef stew, yum Yorkshire puddings. Oh yeah, fucker, I'm starving. Yeah, Darren. So one day I got in early in the morning, and I needed to go to the toilet. I think that's a bear thing. Went to the toilet. I'm sat on the toilet, and I heard a bang in the corridor, and I heard footsteps, and I thought, the handyman's here, and I thought, well, he's supposed to be over at bloody the other workplace. Comes out the toilet, there's nobody there. No cars in the car park, no one there, and that was a bit worrying. Yeah, freaked me out. Neon Raptor liquid football is good for a 4.2. Neon Raptor are smashing it this year. Some of their beers are absolutely stonking. Drink and forget. Plenty of enjoy, but nothing was beer of the year. That's a shame. There has been some amazing beers, but at this moment in time, I've forgot what my beers are. Call of Cthulhu from Fire Rock was stunning. Pint prices your way. Prices are between £2.90 to £3.80. It depends. In the Star Inn in Beeston, a pub I go to a lot because my wife's got friends down there, and we've pallied up with them. And we've got a happy drinkers collective. Cheapest beer's £3.10. Dearest in the same pub on cask £5.30, and obviously different ABVs and whatnot. And then you go to other pubs, and if you're paying for craft beers, then wow, you can be paying £5 a third. So obviously 15 quid a pint. Yeah, but obviously that's an 11%er, so a third's enough anyway, in the grand scheme of things. It's a shame that you can't think of a beer that really stands out. Wow. Especially if you drink quite regularly, shall we say. I was going to say quite a lot, but that could be, be awful. Supermarket beer of the year, Araki Dipper and Stout. Northern Monk Stranick. Yes. Northern Monk Stranick is definitely up there. The Northern Monk Death Star 3 is also definitely in that category. Vocations, Milk, Mint, and the Brewdog Rattle and Rum. Those four are all right at the top of supermarket beers. There's been a lot of dross this year, mind. But talking trad beers in supermarkets, the Christmas Porter at Sainsbury's is bloody stunning. I think it's as good as those beers I've mentioned. I just think it's a bloody amazing beer, and it's £1.50. Cloudwater Chubbies, never had that, mate. Yeah, I struggle getting some of these big beers, and money comes into the equation, and also nobody near me fucking stocks them. So then it's a case of having to order online, and I'm not doing that business because you pay postage and packaging and arse. Drank like a fish for 7 days, been off work hardly touched. Before I was sick, last 7 days, no overindulge. Fair play. I haven't really drank that much. I've had 2 nights where I've been sober going to bed. That's ridiculous. Last night was one of them, and all really peed me off. Ludlow Blonde is the best tried this year. Doesn't that show that the world of beer is an amazing place? Innocent Gun. Good evening, David. There's a Innocent Gun in Morrison's, a Caribbean cask, and I do need to get that. Cloudwater Party 7th birthday tipper. 4.75 out of 10. Ooh. Kirkstall Tiramisu Stout on cask, beer of the year for you. Oh, that sounds amazing. Tiramisu Stout. Oh, my cup of tea, that is. Chris, I think this is sometimes if you drank imperial stouts all the time, then 1, you'd be drunk. 2, no money. But the flitting styles is great, and having a shit beer now and again does make you appreciate the fact that there's a lot of good beer out there. Lagers, when you jump back into lagers from decent real ales and craft beer, then you appreciate going back to craft beer. It's like there's no taste in this lager, and I'm trying to be nice about the lager, but for lager fans, they love it, and so you have to put your lager hat on, which is why I don't score lager against real ales or craft beers, because it's absolutely pointless. There's not many lagers on the market that could even go up against any, most craft beers, although Peroni's Doppio Molto is certainly in that category. Yeah. Back to your usual drinking patterns now. Back at work, try and save money. Don't we all? Decent beers for those 4 days. Yeah. Christmas, I'm trying to tap my wife up to buy me the Bang the Elephant beers that are getting released on Saturday night. 3 absolutely amazing beers. I've tasted all 3 in different variations. They're like re-releases, but in different barrel-aged components. Totally Brewed are bringing out some barrel-aged stuff that I want. And there's bound some other bloody brewery that's going to bring out something that I really, really fancy. Never got the Vocation beers that I wanted. Those Celebrations ones, never got them, never seen them. And when I went on Vocation, they'd already bloody sold out. So that was a waste of time. Yeah. German lagers, let's be fair. Some of the German lagers are absolutely amazing, aren't they? Quality. I had Paulaner, the Oktoberfest version the other day, 6%. And that was really nice. You're tasting quality. And better than some of the tropical, boring, bloody session IPAs that you get out there that are just boring. I mean, I've got a Pina Colada lager down here that I was necking last night to try and go to bed on, but I still end up being bloody sober. I got bellyache and all, so a good. You got the Celebrations one saved at your bottle shop? Well, I'm actually hoping to go to Fire Rock on Sunday, and they should have them in. You drank the Snickers one, but it was okay, but you killed your interest in the rest. Yeah, this this is another thing as well, isn't it? Sometimes hype is a dangerous thing. One of your favourite lagers, good evening, Philster, is anything by a Yinger. I've got a couple of theirs on the beer wall ready to review. One, I think, over, right on the far end over there. You can't see it on the camera. But there are some really, really good German lagers that certainly batter the shit out of your likes of Carling and Foster's and that. They were my local beer gorilla, them celebration. You fancy picking your... I'll see on Sunday. Yeah. I'm watching my pennies at this time of the year as well. You know, it's one of those things, isn't it? You I've had a few out today. A Yinger from Auburn, 6 bottles. They were lovely. Bet it's the same one. Same one, mate. Yeah. Hyper's ruined many a film and a beer. You're damn right. I now, if I go to the cinema to watch a film, and it's got to be a bloody good film, because you're looking at 50 quid to go to the cinema, and that's for 3 of you. I always try not to watch any trailers, not to read any bloody things about the film, and not to get too hyped up, because hype kills the film. Beers and banter. Good evening. I've had free and lost interest in the gimmick. We'll have a Waggy's wine. Good evening, Dave, mate. How are you? In Peterborough. Oh, fair play. Are you dropping into low cost beer? St. Neots, not overly far away. Titanic Plum Porter on the amazing on cask. Grand Reserve, I've never found that on cask. I'd love to have it on cask. Absolutely love to have it on cask. I've got the vocation box. Seen a review of the Bounty. They said it was crap. Yeah, but let's be fair. Whatever anybody says in the beer review world, pinch of salt. Listen to what they're getting out of it. One, they might be trying to score points and say, oh, it was rubbish, you know, as people do. Or they pour it down the sink, as maybe one or two do out there, which, you know, it's a good waste of beer. Why the fuck would you pour beer down the sink unless it is woefully bad? Aldi's twice as nice. Yeah, fair play. I mean, that was gut-wrenching. But a £10 beer down the sink? Nah. Even if it's not your cup of tea, it's still bloody drink it. Yeah. So, yeah. If I was you, Chris, I'd just drink it anyway. Take no notice. And the internet has just dropped in the shed. Oh, is it coming back up? It looks, is the internet still work? Oh, it's back up. Yeah. I don't know. Good evening, Martin. I don't know what I've not seen anybody's reviews, but I can guess whose reviews you're on about. Yes, never tried the reserve. I haven't got around to Bounty or Snickers yet. Twix was okay. Okay. Malteser and Milky Way was just average and quite boring. So that's interesting. I'm glad they didn't bloody buy him there. Hey, Hype, eh? It was our friend. I thought it might be. Good evening, Mark. It looks like we're buying somebody from Brazil. Somebody called Scarpa. Yeah, fucking sounds right, doesn't it? Hey, Scarpa. We saw you scratching your ass. Yeah, got this. What will I drink on Christmas Day? Hopefully something nice. Depends what I get bought for Christmas off the kids and the wife. Yeah, that's what she said. It's coming back up. Yeah, I always find it really disappointing when you have a beer and it's Scarpa from Brazil, Bodget from Croatia. Yeah, fucking hell. Bodget and Scarpa. Hey. Oh, dear. Could you imagine having two players in your squad called Bodget and Scarpa? It'd fucking piss yourself laughing, wouldn't you, every day? Benjamin, I feel sorry, mate. Yeah. Luckily, I'm not taking much notice of what's on the internet. That Scarpa won't be around long. Yeah, I reckon he'll do it, won't he? Yeah. Fucking Bodgett and Scarpa. Oh, dear. If that Forest player that they're buying is called Scarpa, I can't remember 100%. But I'd love them to buy a player called Bodgett, because it would just make your day, wouldn't it? Or Leggett, yeah. I used to buy dodgy videos and that of someone called Leggett. Yeah. Fucking charged a fortune, and all back in the day. Back in the day when you got your videos on CD and your knockoffs and that. I mean, these days you can go on the internet, although I ain't got a clue what sites these days. I had the Snicker. It was a liquid-sized Snicker in a glass. Tried the Malteser on keg today. Got the other 3 for Christmas present from Vicky. Fair play. Not them type of dodgy videos. Good evening, Sam. Hope you're well, matey. Oh, g'day. Yes, crap in it. Crap. Yeah. So, if you're wondering why I'm in full-on winter gear, I'm putting up the Christmas decorations and doing a shit, piss-poor job of it. I've got 2 reindeer up at the moment. Yeah. It took me an hour to get the electrics sorted. Sure, Leeds were looking at Bodgett. Oh, God. Could you imagine a football match between Leeds and Forest? And here's Bodgett and here's Scarpa. Bodgett and Scarpa. Oh, God. You'd just piss yourself laughing at the match, wouldn't you? You'd not take no notice of the score. You just want Bodgett and Scarpa to be playing against each other. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Hey? Oh, fucking hell. Oh. What was that? What was that one in cricket? The batsman's Holding, the bowler's Willie. Holding and Willie. Was it Graham Willie and Michael Holding? The batsman's Holding, the bowler's Willie. I mean, again, fucking hilarious. Spent another 50 quid on more Sierra Nevada. Trip in the woods. Right, yeah. Not come across that one. I accidentally keep throwing away the bottles that I want to keep. Well, after you've drank them, obviously. I'm looking to get into some more homebrew. Thank God that St. Peter's, I won a homebrew kit from St. Peter's. I really wish they send it to me very quickly so I can get it brewed before anybody in the UK's got the kit. And yeah, just for the laugh. Don't wait till the 8th and then send it. I want to get it brewed and ready for Christmas. Although my ass is like a shit. I remember the commentator said Damon Seaman all over the box. Yeah. There's sometimes when you say something and then afterwards you just piss yourself. I do enter a lot of competitions, Benjamin. And I've learnt the lesson not to enter any competition with the name Raggy's Beer Reviews, because it's like beer review. It's like, yeah, we're not having him when no point. But enter as my normal name and I win. So I don't enter on Instagram anymore because I never win. My Instagram name is Raggy's Beer Reviews. So yeah, bit crappy that. Just opened a little dark veil, a rich and roasted vanilla porter. Fair play. Cricket commentary laughing his head off was brilliant. Yeah, I would as well. Yeah. I'd be no good on a radio channel because 1, I'd get sacked for swearing. And 2, I would just be taking the mick all the time. And I'd want some beer inside me as well, just to make it even more funnier. Episode of Only Fools and Horses. Well, Del Boy enters competitions. 160 homebrew beers in your office. Bottle conditioning for a year, plus 35 ciders. Wow. Office at home, I take it. Not at work. I've got to be honest. I have got quite a load of homebrew here. I brewed a load over the summer months, although most of it I don't really care for. All the good stuff I've already necked. Home office, I thought it was. Yeah, it'd be quite. Imagine being in office, going to office, and there's 100 bottles. Yeah, we know what you do, mate. But yeah, all the good stuff I've already drank. So it's all the stuff that you only drink when you want a beer and you don't want to drink like review stock. And all the Imperial Stout, the barley wine's already gone, done and dusted. And I'm thinking of doing some. I want to do at least one grain brew at Christmas, and the plum porter. I've already got that coming because I won it, but I want to buy another plum porter and then chuck in a load of dark malt into the plum porter to bump that ABV up. Not sugar, but plum porter, dark malt instead. Whether it works or not, I don't know. So back to the beer finally. So yeah, Hive dark honey. The honey ale, 4.5%. They're all kit beers. Not quite as good as a beer I haven't tried for a year. Do you know something? Bulldog Brews, their kit beer, St. Peter's, their beer, and Love Brewing, their kits. Their beer is commercial quality. I know, I've just been yakking. I know I've got a knock off at an hour as well. Still smelling of honey, quite a sweet back end to the honey now, to be fair. $84 cans of your own lager. You help brew. Right, what did you help brew? Out of curiosity. Beers and banter, Vegemite toast and a coffee before 182 beers. Sounds like a usual Saturday. Fair play. Vegemite, is that like oh god, what's it called over here? I can't remember the name of it now. No, it's gone, totally gone. The malt extract stuff. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it now. Yeah. What company did you brew a beer with them? Out of curiosity. Munton's flagship West Coast IPA beer kit is one of the best ones I brewed. Meant to be one of the best according to reviews I've seen. Munton's are the people who make St. Peter's. So St. Peter's, their brand for the price they sell them at, it's a good beer kit. As long as you don't, as long as you let it brew, and don't brew it down the shed at this time of the year because it's too bloody cold. Marmite, that's it. You're right, mate. That's it. Yeah, Marmite. I like Marmite. I do. Once a year on toast. Job's a good one. Session lager with your local brewery. In return, got 100 beers with your own label on. Works out about £2.70. Three Brothers Brewing in Stockton. Three Brothers. Don't think I've had a beer from them, but yeah, fair play. Vegemite. I mean, I'm doing sometime after Christmas. I'll be doing a raggy brew too with Lincoln Green. So hopefully this time they'll go with what I want and an Imperial butterscotch. Hey, and yeah, should be good. I bet I don't get none for free though. Hey, I worked there for a day last time. Didn't get no freebies. Got 10% or 15% off type buggers. I mean, I know breweries need to earn money, but they could have poured me some for free. Hey, I'll have to take my case a barrel this time and say, can you fill me barrel up? Give me 40 pints for free. Partridge Brothers beer kit reviews on YouTube. I have heard of them. Yeah, it came up the other week. You've got to be doing a lot of brewing to do a lot of beer kit reviews. I find that I'm not drinking hardly anywhere as much as I normally do. Yeah, ridiculous. I blame the wife. Give me bollockings all the time. It's all these red cards. Can't get away from it. I've named it Backroom Disco in honour of Rob from Bramall and Disco from fair play. I am surprised though with beer reviewers across the world that there are not more breweries reaching out to beer reviewers to do a brew with them and let the beer reviewer, really, whether they get money or whether they get anything for free, that's regardless. But their name on a beer is an amazing thing to have. No, I didn't get anything for free, mate. No. Oh, I did get a beer off them on the day that was sat in the fridge. One beer. Yeah. Hopefully this time they will do. I name them after subscribers. Next one is called Brad. Fair play. Yeah, so I want to do a Rocky Road Imperial Stout at Christmas. On my grain kit, actually get the grain kit out again. God knows where it is. Somewhere in this dump of a bloody beer room. Yeah, I think it's buried somewhere. Yeah, I've got the kitchen in here at the moment. I've got the kitchen, I've got the wedding stuff all in here, and yeah, it's a pain at the moment. Oh dear. Now that should have worked that time. Bye-bye. Fucking spammers. Why the hell would you spam a channel with literally 19 people watching? I just don't understand it. Fucking dickhead. Oh dear. They do make you chuckle, don't they? They do. So, for those people who are joining in the future, who actually come for a review, I will now actually do the review part of it. So we're looking at an amber pour on this. A little bit of a head on, a little bit of a white head on this. Was in supermarkets at some stage. Sainsbury's, whether it's there tonight, I'm not sure. Good evening, Lorraine. How are you? On the Brooklyn Amber tonight. Oh, fair play. Fragrance reviewers collaborating with fragrance producers. Yeah, on Instagram. Instagram's full of that. Yeah. I don't get anything like that on Instagram. I've never even had anybody come to me on Instagram saying, "Oh, do you want a free beer?" No. Then again, I look at Instagram and you see what some people put on Instagram. You get people with a beer and they're half naked, and it's like, but you're putting the beer on. What's the rest of you that's half naked got to do with the beer? And obviously, it's a way of promoting your channel. Yeah, all of a sudden there's 1,000 likes because you're half naked, boy or girl. Sad, really. Yeah, no one want to see me half naked. It ain't gonna work. Stella Unfiltered. Stella Unfiltered is the better version in the UK anyway of Stella, definitely. Yeah, Chris. Yeah, not even that popular a channel. It's just a small little channel. It's a funny world. It's a funny world. Yeah, I'm not getting mine out. No. I'm trying not even to get me grey hair out these days. I was going to try and get my hair cut for tomorrow when I go to the pub, but we can't even find, because the house is such a mess at the moment with the kitchen. We can't even find anything. Couldn't find a tin opener the other day. Yeah, had to eat toast. Yeah. Can't cook on the oven. Yeah. Mankini. Yeah, no. Put you off your dinner. Yeah. And can you imagine doing that sort of thing? I know somebody who's like that. They'll wear mankinis, and it's not a nice sight. And yeah, obviously this person loves themselves. But oh dear. Good evening, Shark. How are you, matey? Centurion, 100 shots of beer in 100 minutes. No, not a chance. No, I'd be dead after about 10. 100 shots of beer. Okay. How strong's the beer? How big's the shots? In 100 minutes. That would be interesting, because if the beer wasn't overly, if it was all the same beer, and it's like what, 10 or 15 pints in 100 minutes, that's very doable. It all depends. There's factors there. If it was imperial stouts, then not a chance in hell. Yeah, and not if you're mixing beers. But it would be interesting. When I want, I can drink like an absolute trooper. One for him inside a compost bin. 18%, no chance. 4 to 5%, 100 shots. You could do beer reviews from the toilet, couldn't you? And I've actually done a beer review in the toilet when I was on holiday. Yeah, very white in the background, and obviously I wasn't on the toilet, but yeah, 7 pints in 100 minutes, easy. Yeah, bloody hell. I've drank, about 9 pints watching England play. Yeah, in the days where they couldn't play. I mean, they play a bit better these days, to be fair. 9 pints and then spent all day on the toilet. A shit beer. Yeah. Postmen do wear shorts in the winter. Yeah, don't know why. Yeah, it's cold enough in the winter without wearing shorts. I mean, but then I suppose it depends on your condition. Some people, I need to knock off soon. We used to work with somebody on the council, and it was called Trev No Shirt for obvious reasons. He had a skin condition where it was boiling. Even in the winter, he'd wear no shirt. Wow. Chris, I know exactly how you're feeling. We've still not got the bloody BMW back. God knows what the bloke's doing with it. He's probably riding around with it now. That's 1,500 quid down the Swanee. But second-hand cars are just ridiculous. And like my Skoda, it's probably only worth, I don't know, 900 quid, 1,000. It's probably worth a lot more than that, to be fair. And again, I've got a new, quite a bit to fix on it next week. It's not good at the moment. Off to see Brazil get beat. Let's hope so. In any case, right, amber pour. Certainly a honey nose on this. Stronger now the air's got to it, gotta be honest. It's an easy drinking beer, 4.5%. It's going to be a beer that you're either not going to like or you're going to like. If you like honey, yeah, you'll appreciate this. If you don't like that honey taste, then you won't. For me today, I've tried this before, I know I have. But yeah, at least the Germans are. For me today, it was a nice beer. I've enjoyed it, but it's not a beer I would ever drink again. Hopefully not, anyway. Hopefully it's not in there in the Advent Calendar. For me, a good 4.0 out of 5. So it's okay, but it's not one I drink again. Beer of the Year is a barrel-aged Imperial by Cloudwater called Compared to Who? Not heard of that one. 10.9%. Fair play. As always, massive thank you to everyone who came tonight. Day 3 tomorrow. God knows what state I'm going to be in. I reckon it'll be about 7 o'clock tomorrow night because I can't see us getting home till about 7. I'm not watching the football anyway because I'm only really watching England. I ain't got time to watch the rest of them. Special release from last Christmas, 12 quid. Oof. Suspension and warning light. Oh, God. I've got welding and I've got a shock absorber. I've got 3 tyres that need replacing, but they've come up as a warning, but not a fail. Cloudwater's barrel aged impy stouts. So yeah, they do sound. I've never had one, but they're not cheap. But yeah, as always, thank you all for dropping in. I've got to go back and do my Christmas lights before the wife comes home and gives me a rollicking for not doing the bloody Christmas lights. What have you been doing for 3 hours? Yeah, I'll be drinking from 11 o'clock. So fucking hell, don't know what state I'm going to be in, and it'll be fun. Yeah. But anyway, thank you all for joining in, and have a good night. And for those watching the football, let's hope Brazil get beat. Cheers all. At least it didn't die on me anyway.